Believe it or not, I've never given out this type of information before, and I've never even given a detailed breakdown of something like this. Listen, right, so if you're struggling to remove negative items off your credit report, this is the only video that you're ever going to need to wipe everything off. The best part about it is, I'm giving you the exact same method that I've used for my clients and how I've been able to help people get items removed in 4 days. My name is Malik Wright. You've probably seen me on TikTok or you've seen me on Instagram giving out some of the craziest credit information that you could find on the internet. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the 4-day sweep, how to do it, can you do it, and who this applies for. Anyways, let's get right into the video. What's going on with you guys? In this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how you guys can clean your credit in 4 days. Yes, I said it, 4 days. Now, this method only applies to people who are a victim of identity theft. So if you're not a victim of identity theft, then you can't use this method. One of the ways you can find out that you are a victim of identity theft is you can literally go to Equifax data breach. Then you're gonna go to their little website and everything like that. You will go to I would like to see if my information was impacted. You just go to last name, last 6 digits, and it'll literally tell you if you were impacted by the data breach of Equifax. And if you were, then you're a victim of identity theft because people have your information. Your information is out there on the internet. So any of that negative stuff on your credit report could have been applied for by somebody else. Anyways, let's get into this video. Let me show you guys how you guys are going to clean your credit in 4 days. And once again, if you're not a victim of identity theft, do not use this method because can't use it. It's not made for you, you know? There's other methods out there for you. Now, right, so we got the 4-day method right here. So step 1, and this is the first thing that you need to do before you start doing anything, right? Step 1 is you need to check your credit report. Identity IQ, Smart Credit, My Free Score Now, whatever you use doesn't really matter, but you need to check your credit report. Why do you need to check your credit report? Because you need to find all the derogatory items, you need to find what personal information is incorrect, and you need to create a list of everything. When I say personal information, I'm talking about phone numbers, employers, addresses. All of that information that's on your credit report is connected to negative items and good items. It's not always just about being connected to negative items, but that information is connected to negative items. So what you need to do is you need to make sure all that information is updated. You want to remove not only the negative items, but you want to remove the personal information that's tied to those derogatory items, because if you don't, when you go to remove this stuff, what's going to happen is it's probably going to pop back up. And one of the things that people don't talk about is when you remove addresses off your credit report, that address is usually what's tied to the negative account. So if you don't remove the address that's connected to the negative account, like let's say it's a bad address, if you don't remove the bad address and you leave it on there and then you clean your credit up, the negative items are going to come right back on your credit report and just going to come back as verified. But if you remove the address, you just get a way better chance of you removing the address and everything. You removing the negative item. You get a way higher chance of that happening. So step number 1 is you find all derogatory items, you include personal information, and you create a list of everything. Identity IQ, Smart Credit, My Free Score Now, Privacy Guard, Smart Credit, a bunch of places you guys can go to. Now that you know what's on your credit report, what you need to remove, the next step is you need to create you a dispute letter. Now, it's not really hard to make a dispute letter no more, because before you had to get a template, you had to look that up, or you had to just type it out by hand. But now you can just go to ChatGPT. So what you're going to do is you're going to list all your negative items, and then you're going to copy and paste them into ChatGPT. You're going to let ChatGPT make your dispute letter, and after ChatGPT makes the dispute letter, you're going to copy and paste it into Google Docs. Now, what this dispute letter needs to have on it is all the negative items, what you want removed, the laws that you want to use to get the stuff removed, and then you also want to make sure that you include your full name, your address, your date of birth, and your social security number on this letter. Because if you don't, the credit bureaus are going to have a harder time identifying you. And if you don't want to put your social security number on the letter, you don't have to, but it's just all for purpose of verification. So they need to be able to verify that it's actually you submitting a request and everything like that. Now, step 1 was you checked your credit report, you found all the negative items on your credit report. Step 2, you're literally creating you a dispute letter, and everything like that, using ChatGPT and everything like that. Now, it's time for step 3. Now, once again, I'm going to remind you guys again, if you're not a victim of identity theft, do not use this method. There are ways you can find out if you are a victim of identity theft. If you're not, do not use this method. Don't go to Amex and go get you a gold card, right? Don't go get you a gold card and then decide to run off on those people and not pay them back and then think that you're finna just come over here and clean your credit. You probably could do it, but why would you do that? It just doesn't really make sense, because you could have took that relationship with Amex and got more funding versus you trying to hit a little play for a little small few $1,000s. It just doesn't make sense, Plus, if you get caught up, then you're going to jail. So it doesn't really make sense. Anyways, right? So step number 3, create your FTC report. How do you create an FTC report? Well, the way you're going to create your FTC report is you're going to go to identitytheft.gov, and then you're going to create that FTC report. After you're done, you're going to save it as a PDF and save it on your computer, unless you want to print it out and send it to the bureaus. Now, we're going to get into all of that, but usually you just save it as a PDF, so that way you still have access to it. And if you print it off and you didn't save it as a PDF, then now you got to go through the whole system and do it again. So you don't want to, you're not going to want to do that. You don't want to, do 2 FTC reports, Now, what are you going to need for this FTC report? It's going to look like this, so you guys can know. This is what it's going to look like. Now, what are you going to need for this? You're going to need your name, email, address, phone number, and then you're going to have to put on the identity theft report which accounts are not yours, which ones are you stating that are not yours, which inquiries are you stating that are not yours, which personal information is not yours, phone numbers, employers, addresses. You're literally telling them on this identity theft report what is not yours and everything like that, and what you need removed. That's all you're doing. And this right here is just the FTC symbol and everything like that for the Federal Trade Commission. Yeah, as you guys can see right here. But yeah, this is what the FTC report looks like and everything like that. This, along with this, is how people are able to get stuff removed off their credit in 4 days. Now, people who are victims of identity theft are getting this stuff off their credit in 4 days. Now, step 4 is you submit to the bureaus. Now, there's 2 ways you can do it. Well, there's multiple ways you can do it. We're going to talk about 2 ways in this video. The first step is you going online. You can go online, and all you got to do is just go to TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, and you're going to submit it through the bureaus online. This is the easiest way to do it. It's the quickest way to do it. Now, it does have its drawbacks, because you might not be able to do it a certain amount of times, and if you do it incorrectly, Experian will literally stop you from disputing, and you're gonna have to call them to fix it. Equifax won't do it. They won't stop you from disputing online. But what they will do is they just won't honor what you sent in, and then TransUnion will do the same thing. They'll either lock your TransUnion account, or they will make it to where you have to call them to push the dispute through. You don't want that. Now, another option is you could do it by mail. This is like one of the most famous ways people do it by mail. There's nothing wrong with doing it by mail. If anything, I feel like you get the best results when you do it by mail. But if you want the fastest results, you do it online. Now, doing it by mail, the only problem with doing it by mail is there's no guarantee that the letter is ever going to get there. So if you wait, let's say that you wait 2 weeks and you don't hear anything back, the only way you're going to be able to tell if they got the letter is if you call them. So you got to call them and literally ask them, hey, did you guys receive my FTC report, my dispute letter? These are the accounts and inquiries, and make sure you add the hard inquiries on there as well. But you're going to call, when you call them, you literally tell them like, hey, this is what I need removed. Did you guys receive my FTC report, my dispute letter? And they will literally tell you if they received it or not. And if they didn't receive it, then you know that they never got it. And yeah, but you got to get them time. You got to get them at least, like, once you send it out, you need to give them at least a week before you start calling them and blowing their phone up and everything like that. Now, step number 4, you tried the method. You're a true victim of identity theft, and they came back and either the stuff got reinserted on your credit, they put it back on your credit, the stuff never came off, or they sent you a little weird thing saying that they're not going to honor it. Okay, cool. You don't got to honor it. So I'm going to do it again, because I'm a victim of identity theft. I need this stuff removed off my credit report. Now, step number 4, redo it. You redo the entire steps, 1 through 3, I'm sorry. But we're going to say 1 through 4, because if you got to do it again, you got to do it again. But entire steps 1 through 4, brand new everything. 2 options: brand new everything, brand new dispute letter, brand new FTC report, or you can just resubmit the ones that you did already and you didn't get no results from. So those are your 2 options when it comes to pretty much, cleaning your credit and everything like that. Let's go up a little bit. So you start by finding all the negative items. Step number 2 is you create your dispute letter. Step number 3 is you create your FTC report. Step number 4 is, you submit straight to the bureaus, and your credit should be clean after that. Now, what is the outcome? What is the result of you doing this, right? What is the result of you doing this? Because we're not doing this for no reason. This is what happens when you do it. Into that baller phase, right? Now, everybody's not going to get a Lambo. Everybody's not going to get an Amex. Everybody's not going to have an 800 credit score. But regardless if you use this method or you use whatever method to clean your credit, right? It does not matter what method you use. You literally are going to end up in a better position than you're in right now. if you go from a 400, 500 credit score, you being able to sign something and get approved for something is way better than you not being able to get approved for it, or you're getting approved for it, but you got a shitty interest rate. Because nobody wants a 20% interest rate, you know? And if you guys want to know what happens when you get a shitty interest rate, I would love to show you guys. Let's go to auto loan calculator real quick. And this is some more free game for you guys. And I actually might even make a video on this. So let's say you got a $50,000 car, 60-month term, 5% interest rate. You're not putting no money down. We're going to pretend like you guys not putting no money down. You stay in Tennessee, sales tax like 7%, something like that. I'm not really sure. I think it's like 7%. Anyways, we're going to include all taxes and fees inside the loan because you're not putting no down payment. This is what you're paying. This is your total interest, $7,000 for the car and everything like that. And this is with a decent interest rate. Now, this is somebody who got good credit. If they got amazing credit, they might even get this. They might even get 3.99%. So now they're paying $985 for a $50,000 car, which is not bad. Some people are going to say that's crazy, but I mean, it's a 60-month loan. Now, if you have, we're taking a side quest right here, literally. If you have shitty credit, if you get lucky, you'll get a 17% interest rate. If you get lucky, if you've already financed other cars. Let me show you guys what's going to happen to you. You're going to be paying $26,000 in interest. You'll get approved. You will get approved, but you're going to be paying $26,000 in interest. You're paying $1,300 a month. And let me show you guys the difference real quick, right? The total cost for this car is going to be $60,000, $576. Total cost for this car is going to be $80,000. So, is it worth you cleaning your credit? Yes. Because if you don't, then you're gonna be a dumbass and you're gonna be financing more what the car's actually worth, you know? And that goes for any car. It don't matter if it's a $100,000 car, $50,000 car. If you want to see it, if you want to see how people are really getting ruined, here you go. You got bad credit, but you got a lot of money. 17% interest rate. $100,000 car, 17% interest rate. They're paying $52,000 in interest. Look what they're paying. Look what Mr. Good Credit got. He's paying $14,000 in interest, while you're over here paying $52,000. Yeah, take that with you anyway. It's more free game. Now listen, right? You're eligible for a better credit score, better loans, better credit cards, which is going to result in you having more money. Because if you're not stuffing all your money into interest, you need to save more money, and you're going to end up in a way better position. Now, I literally teach people how to do this inside of my course. I teach you everything, step by step by step, so that way you never have to worry about being in a bad position ever again. And once you learn this stuff, you're never going to be back on your ass. Now, let me show you what you get inside this offer really quickly so you guys can see. What you're getting inside this offer is you're getting my exact credit repair strategies, Metro 2, FTC, Consumer Law, FCRA, FDCPA, remove late payments, remove charge-offs, remove repos, remove bankruptcies, remove collections, remove inquiries in 30 minutes, which nobody is teaching. You also get my rebuilding strategy and how to rebuild your credit like a pro, because I personally got approved for 5 Amexes in 8 months. And I'm literally giving you guys the exact strategy that I used to rebuild my credit from 300 to 800 in my credit score was like 824. I think that was the highest it got to. But I'm giving you guys the exact strategy that I used, right? The best secure credit cards, the best fintech services, you get the backdated primaries, credit mix hacks, and how to build a 7-figure credit profile. I have an exact 7-figure credit profile that I'm literally going over for you guys and showing you guys what it looks like. And I even compared it to a 6-figure credit profile. Funding strategy, how to get approved for 50K to 100K in funding. You get 2 exclusive funding sequences, data points, secret lenders list, priority customer service support, and you get a monthly call from a professional credit coach. Now, what I just told you, right? What I just told you, you just cleaned your credit in 4 days. Cleaned your credit in 4 days. You just put yourself in a position to where you're balling. You're back in the game. You just went from being over here, shitty credit, 400, 500 credit score, 300 credit score, to a 600, 700, 800 credit score. Now you're able to get approved for loans again. You're able to get approved for credit again. You're able to stack money up again. So my question to you is, how long do you want to be in this phase? How long do you want to have bad credit? How long do you want to struggle? Because if you want to struggle for the rest of your life, then get out this video. But if you don't, then what you need to do is you need to invest into my course, and you need to learn about the information I'm giving, because this information is life-changing information. And once you learn it, you'll never go back to the position that you were in. There's no way. It's almost impossible, because I'm literally teaching you how to never be a failure, you know? Not to say that you are a failure because you have bad credit. I have bad credit myself, but once you learn how to avoid those mistakes, it's kind of hard for you to go back, you know? It's going to be really bad. It's going to be really hard for you to go backwards, because you're going to want to go forward every single time you learn a new piece of information. That's all I'm saying. I appreciate you guys for watching this video. If anybody's interested in taking their credit from bad to good to being able to get funding, all you need to do is take the steps that I've given you inside this video and implement them into your strategy. Or what you need to do is you need to go to the link in the description of this bio, click it, book a call, and let me get you signed up for one of the best credit programs that you're going to be able to find in 2026. Anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure you drop a like, you comment, and you subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.